Yeah, we'll see. They want the sweep here in Seattle. So far, James Baldwin has been more than equal to the task of Aaron Seeley. Go M's. Well, this baseball really was hardly on the map up here in Seattle, even though the Mariners, 1977, the second major league entry, took them to 1991 to have a winning record. 15 years. Jim Saturday Night Lefevre, the manager, finally got a winning record, and then they fired him. So thanks a lot, get out. So then we had to go to Lou Piniella. His year here, 93, started to turn it. Magical season in 95 when they overhauled the then California Angels. Had the one-game playoff, which we televised in the Kingdome here on ESPN. Beat the Yankees. Went on to lose a tough series to Cleveland. Made again the playoffs in 97. Ousted in the first round against Baltimore. And now baseball very much on the consciousness of these people up here in the Pacific Northwest since 95. It was a different story before. They're here to stay now, drawing over 3 million here at Safeco Field. And Sut, you've been here before. I have not. I can see why. Little excuse me by Raul Ibanez, who has now hit safely in all 3 games, although this is the first one he started.
For a manager, it's all about knowing your personnel. Numbers don't always tell the whole story.
Alex Rodriguez flew out to Ordonez in right in the first inning, making him 4 for 11, and he's going to try and bunt his way on. It's a high chopper and a tough angle for Baldwin, but he makes the play to Thomas. Little ball of the Mariners. We're going to take a 40 home run guy and A-Rod and bunt him?
Well, that's not Lou Piniella. That's A-Rod. As it was when Jay Buhner tried to sacrifice bunt on his own earlier. Ended up being a double play, but Seattle also ended up winning. Even though it's a sacrifice here, not a bad idea by A-Rod. Thinking about bunting for the base hit. Good fundamentals there on the part of Baldwin. Catch the ball, get into foul territory, make the throw to the foul side of the base.
Point right. Just didn't get the ball bounced too high. It was the bunted Baltimore chop.
I'll be really surprised if when we get to the bottom of the order, Mark McLemore doesn't do the same thing.
Something that we should also mention. And there goes the bat, there goes the ball. And Valentin has to kind of steady himself over to Thomas. Ibanez to third base. Always dangerous when the splinter bat goes right by Baldwin. Went to where Valentin began the play and short. John Olerud flew out to left in the second inning. Olerud now 2 for 9 in the series.
He was more up top the first couple of innings. Now we're in the second time around. You just wonder how long that shoulder is going to last. Look at him tucking it right there. Look at him kind of hopping. There's some pain going through that body right now with every pitch released.
And now Johnson's going to go out and just see how he is. That was way outside and just kind of an eepus pitch.
But this is a good move on the part of Charles Johnson, because you go out there and you give that throbbing in that shoulder time to settle down a little bit. I mean, that shooting pain that Baldwin has right now from time to time will take away the feeling in his fingers. But this guy's a warrior. He's been a warrior all year for this ball club. The first game that a starting pitcher won for them this year, he won it against Texas. Jerry Manuel just hoping that he can do it in the postseason.
Misses outside to Olerud, 3-0 with the runner Ibanez, the potential tying run at third.
Well, you got 103 RBIs at home plate. On the on-deck circle, you got 40. So you know that you've got a base open when the tying run is at third base.
Strike on the corner to Olerud. Stan Javier is who you're discussing in the on-deck circle. Starting in left in place of Ricky Henderson. Ricky reportedly, I didn't see him today personally.
He's fine.
He's fine. He wasn't thrilled when he got the word, but he's fine now and probably will play a role later. Check swing Olerud. Ball 4. So now runners at the corners for the veteran Stan Javier, who hits well with runners in scoring position, 313. Javier, one of those seasoned vets. He's had 33 postseason at-bats going into this. Remember the champion A's in 89, played on the Giants 97 and other Oakland teams. So Stan has been around.
You see the respect for John Olerud there from James Baldwin. 3-1 pitch rather than challenge him. He threw the curveball and he threw it out of the zone. If you want to get selfish and expand it and help me, I'll let you. If not, I think I've got a better chance to get Stan Javier out than you.
to drop one down, did Javier. Now, here's one thing we should remind viewers. We've done all 3 games of this series, so we didn't get into it. You mentioned Frank Thomas at first. Herbert Perry, who has played very well, on a very bad hamstring, though, at third. We're surprised the Mariners haven't tried that play even more. So at the corner is vulnerable, yes?
Absolutely. And from time to time, a little vulnerable defensively up the middle, too.
Although not in this series.
It has not been. They've been spectacular.
Yes, sir. Swinging late is Javier.
But it's just, Boomer, it's all about moving runners up, advancing runners. And Seattle has just done such a good job at that. Whether it be Alex Rodriguez laying down a bunt, whether it be Mike Cameron stealing a base to get into scoring position in game 1, Ricky Henderson stealing third in game 2. They have moved runners along. They have kept pressure on the pitching staff of Chicago and also their defense.
Hit sharply off the glove of Durham. So that time, defense doesn't fail the White Sox out. Ibanez scores and we're tied. They rule it ahead, although, as you point out, certainly Durham could have made the play. It was smoked by Javier. And now a 1-1 game. Olerud at second, Javier at first. 2 outs, it's David Bell. David has been on the ball this series. He's hit it hard. Flew out to left, makes him 3 for 9. Make the ball in there for a strike.
Anything that they get out of David Bell offensively, though, is a plus. He's there because of all the big right-handed hitters in the White Sox lineup. They want his defense in the game.
Up top for a ball. 2-1. So there's, although A-Rod was trying to get on, moving that run and manufacturing it again. The Mariners, and this is not your, these are not your father's Mariners. Chopper to third. Perry will beat Olerud to the bag, but Seattle has come up with 1, and we start anew after 4.